tonight, ain't good. Can you?
You're listening to the Doug Stanhope Podcast.
What are you going to switch to after this? Or do you want me to go get more River from downstairs? Greg?
I hate basketball. Though.
I can't stand it, and last night was exactly why.
Well, I asked fucking Morgan Murphy if, like, this is a foregone conclusion that Golden State will win.
Right.
That's what I tweeted that.
Right.
I tweeted, if they get the NBA down to 2 teams, it could be competitive.
Yeah.
And only made it 3 games, it would be watch worthy.
Yeah, and then you might not know who won.
Worth watching.
Worth watching.
Yeah, this is how it's going to go.
So, yeah, no, I've gone full circle with it, where I just went, I hate basketball. Now I hate the game and not the players. That's where I've gone.
Oh, I hate both. Yeah,
Let's get going.
I thought we were already recording.
Well,
I
it's
just
recording,
assumed.
but
Yeah.
trying to do 2 things at once. So.
Who wants mustaches?
I just thought it was an easy way to make my money back from betting on Frank Mir.
Yeah. But again,
Just bet the easy odds, 300 to win 200, which is now 300 to win 100 because Becker chucked in 100, betting on the fucking now Cavaliers.
yeah, my team's been upgraded to Cavaliers.
Yeah.
What was your team? Are you the Celtics?
No, I'm anybody that beats the
Golden State Warriors.
Oh,
Warriors,
okay.
which are from Sacramento.
Yeah.
They used to be my favorite team because I always like to have a favorite, even if I hate the sport. But Golden State, no one knows where Golden State plays out. You didn't even know.
No, I still don't know. I don't care.
It's somewhere in the Bay Area.
I just want them to
still
lose.
Don't know. I liked them until they became a powerhouse like anyone else. I don't like the fucking odds-on favorite. But Golden State was this weird, basketball organization that was somewhere in a state that's golden.
Yeah.
But you usually base a lot of this, your thrust behind a team is team colors. Was there something with the Golden
Team
State?
colors and
Throwback uniforms.
or just like the Montreal Expos. You forget they were even a team. They're just this weird random team, and I still root for them, and I will never acknowledge that they're the Washington Nationals. They're still the Montreal Expos. And they had a great,
For the rest
weird
of my
logo.
life. They're from Montreal.
I don't give a shit. We just came from Canada, and we decided that from now on, we're only playing Canadian cities that have a hockey team, because the only one that we played that didn't is fucking London, Ontario, at that horrible fucking venue.
And even if they did have a hockey team, you'd figure out another thing that they don't have that you could say that we're never coming back.
Well, we have to go back into Toronto, which is like,
Well-
all right, we finally get to leave New York City and we go to Jersey, but we have to go back into the city to drop off a rental car in some weird fucking spot and deal with traffic, and it sucks, and Toronto sucks.
What did you say on stage?
A lot of things.
No, about having to do Toronto and then go to London and then come back to
I
Toronto.
said it was like having a 2-year prison sentence where you get a year off in between times. Like, I'm free for a while, and fuck, I have to go back to prison. Hang on, we'll get to Becker and Jobi and Jonathan and Chad Shank, and went out and blew up heavy explosives. We'll get to that, but let's. I got some notes from the plane, which you know how good those notes are. Mace Galone, we're at the. This is at the end of the tour. This is not in any kind of order, but Simon King. We did 2 shows in Vancouver. Simon King was on the first one. Mace Galone, 2 comics I actually know, and you go, okay, I know they're going to be good. I'll get to it.
Oh, all right.
You get to it. You have your own notes. I got mine. The first note I wrote down, this guy had and I wrote about it in my book. People who get tattoos of my autograph. My autograph is so indecipherable that at best you can pick out the D and the S. It's like my initials with a long scrawl afterwards. So he had that tattoo from years ago. Then he saw me in Winnipeg and said, hey, sign my arm again. I'm going to get it tattooed. And I was hammered because we went to the Winnipeg Jets final game where they lost. And I just wrote down Jets.
Like with a shitty fucking edge of a chisel point. Like it wasn't like he didn't have he wasn't like Picasso, like writing Jets in like a flowery way. Yeah. It was basically like Jets.
Yeah.
Next.
It was
next.
Shitty Flying J toilet graffiti. And
he gets a tattoo.
He shows up.
That was the 6th night of the tour. And then he shows up again.
And the last night in Vancouver, he got Jets tattooed above my signature, and he wanted me to sign his arm, which is very crowded at this point. Again.
He was still pussy.
Mace Galone was the opening kid, and I go, hey, why don't you
sign
draw
his arm?
So he drew a very good dick pic of a spurting cock.
Well,
on the guy's arm.
There was a bit of a kerfuffle because we want to get done. We're done after this. After the merch, we're done. And then there's Doug
Finally,
going, I want to.
Completely done. Going home done.
Right.
And Doug's like, well, give me a minute. And then so the guy's waiting. It's like, that's the last thing you want to do is make people wait because they're going to, special
when I'm
audience.
trying to figure out what I'm going to put on his arm. And then I finally go, no, Mace. He's a young kid. He's got a long backstory with us. His dad flew him down here to a show in Tucson when he was like 15 because it was the only show he could find that was all ages. And his kid wanted to be a comic. He's 15 and he came down, and then we had him open as he was a kid comic, and he had kid jokes, and he was really funny. And now he's like 25 or something.
And still funny.
He's 23.
Fucking hilarious.
Good.
Really good.
Really.
Because I'm wondering where you learned the spurting cock from. That's a lot of younger kids get exploited.
He's a complete geek act. Like, that's what he plays up.
Okay.
Pasty with glasses.
Right. No, good.
Yeah.
Uses what he
hilarious.
has. A peg leg is always funny.
So I'm like, hey, Mace, this is your first tattoo. This guy's got to tattoo whatever you put on him. Because if he put that fucking dumb Jets thing that I scrawled in a drunken... I don't know that. I bet that guy does not tattoo that spurting dick pic.
Well, if you're listening, send us your dick pics.
Well, here's the Jets. As you can see, we'll put it in the show notes.
Wow, he really got that tattooed.
That's a tattoo. That's where the bandage
Days
was.
And you can see Doug's signature.
Look at Doug's.
Just
Doug's like
horrendously.
Yeah, like he used like one of those ones that make big posters for cheerleading.
First of all, it's hard to sign skin.
Yes.
And it fucks up your Sharpie because the oil on the skin. Now you try to sign a CD or a DVD and it's just all fucking smudgy so yeah, there's the dick pic.
That's a great. He should definitely get that.
Yeah. He should do like comic books or something, like those adult novellas.
Yeah. That's really good though.
Maybe he does.
I'm still a Jets fan. Chaille and I, we had a guy we know through Radley Balco, fantastic author. I haven't read his new book yet. Fuck, where is that book? Anyway, someone we met with him gave us Winnipeg Jets Game 5. It was the one they lost.
Right, but still, you were at the game. We were here watching it.
For a while.
Yeah, we went for the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't smoke. You can't really see the game.
But we timed it perfectly to go get food and go to the bathroom, like where we knew everyone would either be standing or when no one would be in, like where the food concessions were, which was during the national anthem.
We saw the only goal that Winnipeg scored and left.
Yes.
We left for the Depression.
That was a Canadian anthem you left for.
Well,
they were both anthems. We sat out eating hot dogs.
They do them back to back.
Well, no, that's American.
Yeah.
Giant hot dogs.
Yeah.
Like they give
Commerce.
you this, like fucking 18-inch fucking hot dog.
Really?
Yeah. Go ahead. Make a porn joke.
No, I'm
Go
not
ahead.
at all. There's a guy with a tattoo like that.
And fuck, I can't remember his name. He's a Golden Knights fan. This is the problem. He's like, hey,
is it Drew?
Drew Johnson. It's Johnson.
Yeah, and
Anyway.
Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah.
Yeah.
I remember Sarah. They said, hey, I saw you're playing in Winnipeg. I get 2 extra tickets for the game. You won't be sitting with us, which is perfect because I don't want to have to fucking talk and a hangover. It's a 2 p.m. game, so our show's at night. So we show up. Hey, we'll meet you at this bar right near the stadium, forgetting they're from Vegas. So they show up in gold lame, glitter, gold knights. Everyone else in the fucking bar
The
is
town.
Winnipeg Jets.
The town is white out.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
the
their
Winnipeg
thing.
whiteout. Everyone wears white. Chaille and I just took fucking bathrobes. We
Here's
didn't
what
have
we-
white. We dress in colors. So we took the bathrobes from the hotel and wore white. There you go. He's showing you pictures. This is why we eventually were gonna do this video.
That's me
And
during the
they
next lamp.
show up at this bar. Fortunately, it's Canada where everyone's really nice. Because otherwise, they'd gotten beaten fucking down.
Senseless.
There were 4 people in the stands that were not wearing white. It was these 2.
And
Drew and
Tommy
Sarah.
Rocker and his
Tommy
wife.
Rocker and his
Oh my
wife.
God.
That was it. Seriously.
That's hysterical.
That's the whole stadium right there.
Yeah,
And,
and it is white. Yeah.
and everywhere else that no one's sitting at yet had a white towel. So
Wow.
even if you weren't wearing white, you could be wearing white, right?
Oh, we gotta sell these. We get these towels that were handed out. The We Are Winnipeg white towels. We're gonna sell those on the eBay yard sale.
I have the tickets too from the game
Fucking
as well.
losers.
The
Loser
game.
pegs. Loser pegs.
It was fun going though. I've never been to a playoff anything.
Yeah.
I guarantee we were a little jealous, but we were actually back here at the Funhouse, and we were.
We only did it to make you jealous.
No, well, here's
Not
the
you,
thing. You didn't.
Tracy
Yes,
specifically.
no, and Tracy, we were already planning it, so we did. What did we do? We did.
Meatballs and mimosas.
That's right, meatballs and mimosas. What a great promotion! It sounded like we were in like a K105. Come on down to the car lot. We're doing meatballs and mimosas.
Drew and the Beaver.
24/7. Boink boink. Yeah, but it was very funny because it was a great game and we won.
By the 3rd period, we were back at the hotel with dinner.
I had people at the Winnipeg show because I just broke into. I'd been drinking all day, of course, and I just broke into this crying jag of how bad it is that we have nothing here. I've only lived in Winnipeg here for 2 days, and all we have is the Jets, and they let us down. And I just went into and there were people flipping me off. I didn't know this because the light's in your face.
Right.
The owner afterwards, there were people standing up and flipping me off, and he had to go over and go, you know he can't see you.
It was a small club, you know? So it was like, he probably could have, but it was like so spread out.
Right.
But it was one of those things where like it was intimate where it could have gotten ugly.
Really?
But I didn't know.
He
didn't
had no
guess-
idea.
yeah.
Yeah. Ignorance is 5/10 of the law. I don't know what that means.
That's about right.
And Blistex.
Tracy, give me a cigarette.
But that was fun. Thank you, Drew and Sarah. They had
Fucking
to.
That's cool.
Canada is so good all the time.
Yeah.
How do you like playing Canada? It's fucking great, except for London, Ontario, which I just hate the venue.
But it wasn't. I mean,
it's just too
JT
big.
Haversat showed up with that
Oh
other
my
kid,
God, yeah.
and Jane Piper was getting.
Oh, she's crazy as shit.
Yeah.
I've been arrested 3 times in the last week. I'm like, oh my gosh.
For what?
I don't know.
There's only 2 laws in Canada.
No, that's what I was going to ask. But
They made a
she
new one just
wasn't-
to arrest her
she
again.
wasn't a Vegas fan, was she? Yeah.
London
she
wasn't
brought
bad.
me to a bar. I go, well, I told her,
yeah.
well, I'll take you out to, she wanted to come to Toronto. I go, it's sold out, which, well, can I sneak in with you? First of all, yeah, if you're a comic, I know as much as I harp on when it says sold out, that means there's no more room. There's no more seats. I can't create more seats. We've been over this.
The fire
But
marshal
when it's
tells
a
us that.
comedian that's a friend of yours and she's been on the podcast talking about her fucking brutal rape,
We'll get you in.
well, yeah, you can hang out in the green room, but when I'm playing a room the size of Toronto, I need to focus. I don't need a bunch of fucking old friends to chat with in the fucking green room. So no, it's sold out. Come to London. It's not sold out. It's never sold out. It stinks. Come down there and I'll hang out with you. I'll take you to dinner. And so when she emails me, I go, well, I actually already ate, but I'll take you to wherever you want to go.
I'll take you. I'll watch you eat.
She brought me to this fucking craft beer bar.
Oh,
I said that on stage. I go, this is the only bar I've ever been to where I go, this bar is so bad, I need to be drunk to be in this bar.
yeah, you have to show up already full.
This is fucking, whatever. Give me as much alcohol because this bar sucks so bad.
And the last time we were there, you thought you were going to go to Spaghetti Eddie's again, which is right next to the gig.
Spaghetti
it's
Eddie's
in
are great.
Oh, dude, it's right in an alley next to the green, where you sneak into the green room. Perfect. And then he gets hijacked and he has to go to
this.
It's
a little bit bigger than the Birdhouse, but that kind of atmosphere of a Spaghetti Eddie's, like really
it's like the
dark,
Birdhouse
low-ceiling.
serves spaghetti.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Got an ice cream scoop. There you go.
But
Next.
Instead, we went to a fucking craft beer bar where everyone was so bored. Shots going round.
Shooter.
Not for me.
New shooter.
That was fun. Even JT Habersat and his buddy, they paid to get in.
Oh yeah.
No, but I would. If
No,
I went to a
everyone
show,
does.
Anytime you go to a show, you pay for the ticket. I don't get it. I don't get why. Can I get free? I go, are you my friend? Because strangers have to pay.
Yeah.
But my friends, I thought, would pay first.
I put that up on my website probably 15 years ago. Listen, I'm too old to know people who don't have $20.
Yeah.
And that's what the rate was back then
Right.
for a ticket. Because people that you comp in, they think it's a social occasion. No, this is still my job. I need to focus.
Right.
And when I'm going over a set list
For a
and you're
show like that.
So what's going on with bingo? How's the thing?
It's like a radio interview before your show.
At fucking
hey,
work.
how did you start doing comedy? Well, it's like, I'm a little busy trying to prepare for it, but you'll
then
see
you get-
how it ends.
Then you get one person that gets there early, and then someone comes in later, and then it's the same round of questions. And that's why we started doing, if you're not a comic, you can't be backstage, which is what I was doing at Toronto. And, London, it turned out that way, but JT
But this
still
was
paid.
about comics. I did this about comics because
They're worse.
a million comics and they act like. Yeah, in my early days, I just had a set, and I would say that set before people were coming to see me. When they're coming to see me, now I have to work.
Yeah.
That's where the whole business changed.
Right.
When they're coming to see comedy, it was easy. When they're coming to see me, I have to have new shit. Did I do this last time I was here? All that. And then they're like, yeah, party. Remember last time? Jägermeister, Yellow Rose in Austin, titties. Yeah, it kind of changed. That's what my pay grade went up. I went up with it.
Yeah, but also it's
fucking responsible.
Can you look out there and see a room full of people and say, I don't want to let them down. I'd rather let you down right now. And if you
good
can't
point.
figure that out,
Good point.
go talk to them after the show, because they'll know if you bothered me until I ruined the show. It'll be me and you at the merch booth.
You did explain that a couple times.
It was Canada's always great. And Hennigan, of whatever 8 cities we did, he got us in airport hotels and
Let me see.
whatever. It was a bunch of airport where we're literally in the airport, the hotel. So we'd walk 20 yards and there's a Wendy's 24 hours and there's a sushi place that's open for lunch. And
There's multiple things in Canadian
I
airports.
fucking love
where it wouldn't
airports.
be.
Yeah.
Well, it's different though because there's free baggage carriers, the carts.
Yeah.
That helps because you take it right to the fucking hotel. You don't have to get out on this. They're all free.
And then take it back.
And they take it
Well,
back.
you better.
Yeah. But then the selection of food that's down it's more like a mall. I was down there one day and there was an entire preschool daycare center that brought kids to the airport. on a scavenger hunt.
On an Easter egg hunt.
They're on a. There's 4 kids per adult.
Don't they know that's where shootings happen?
That's where abductions happen. There are planes leaving with kids on them.
Your kid was here, but now he's in Newark.
Chaille and I would walk around just random, just all through the airport on the other side of security, but there's plenty of stuff. So we just take these long walks, which Chaille counted his steps on his thing. 4,500 steps today. And then I'd go, I took 25 steps up the stairs. I didn't use the escalator when I went down to smoke outside. I took 25 steps up. But yeah, it was fucking good.
It was a game changer on being able to relax in between. And I mean, we had a rental car for 4 days, and it wasn't that bad. It was weird going from Toronto to London back to Toronto, but then we got
sucked. But then when we get to the west, once we get to the west, we're gonna be fine. Uh-oh. Brian, the filthy fucking uncut fucking haphazard Scotsman,
It gets longer.
books an entire UK tour, but doesn't think to get my fucking UK work visa.
Yeah.
Oh, do you need that?
Well,
You've never been to the UK before, right?
in his defense, I've been doing international from Southeast Asia to Australia. You have to give them your passport for them to fucking approve you and then send your passport back. Well, I need my passport to work fucking Dang Wang and fucking Zing Zong and fucking Vietnam and Hong Kong and then Australia.
Poontang.
I didn't have enough time. So he got this thing where, yeah, for $1,600 and change, I could go to Toronto and apply for the visa. And then they go, oh, well, no, there's no proof you're here legally. To get it in Canada, you have to prove you're here legally.
So you're in Canada, and you have to prove you're in
But
Canada.
I don't need a work visa to play Canada. They have an artist exemption. And they're like, oh, I don't even fucking want to go into the story. But the fact is,
Doug's document was basically Epstein's mother's notes on Welcome Back, Kotter. It was I'm working at this place, signed, and
Epstein's
it was
mother.
Yeah, but it was one of those things where, hold on a second, we're in Toronto, we're there for the night, the same night we get there, we've got a show,
2 days,
and then the next day you go early in the morning.
I have
8
2
in the
days
morning
in Toronto, and that's why Hennigan pays $1,600 for this express service where I'm going to get the shit back the next day.
Boom!
Done. Well, if it
Done.
doesn't come back the next day, it'll be here Tuesday because it's their long weekend. The weekend before our Memorial
Victoria
Day is
Day.
their
That's their Memorial Day.
I go, well, I won't be here. And so I don't even fucking want to get in. Anyway, my fucking passport was missing for 5 days until I finally called the U.S. consulate.
Can you leave Canada without your passport?
Yeah.
Well, they gave me 3 options.
Because that's the key right there.
Becky and Becker are
We don't
here.
know.
You were here when fucking we got our passports stolen in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
And I had to fucking
Go to San
thank God
Jose.
you have money.
Yeah.
Unlike my fans who need a fucking free pass, you could loan me money so we could go back into the capital to get an emergency passport. I had that set up, but the passport did come in at the last minute. Because I had 2 days off to come back here, unpack, do laundry, repack, and get the fuck out to go to the UK.
Wait a minute. We left Toronto, never going back with no passport in hand. He has no passport. He has no visa. And that's a whole nother can of worms. And then we've got 6 more dates to be in Vancouver, where then we find out they was supposed to put this slip of paper in there that releases the passport to someone other than Doug Stanhope. So now we've got that to deal with. And the whole time is just stressful, just trying to figure out, is this going to be there? No one's answering the phone at the $1,600 place.
We thought once we get out of Toronto, it's gold. It's West Coast. It's like doing fucking Montana and Wyoming, which
where they laugh at everything.
Yep.
They're just happy to
no
be outside.
traffic. It's a fucking sweet ride. We get to Vancouver, we got the passport, and then everything's fine, except for there's no Uber.
Really?
Well, there's no fucking Uber in a town that's supposed to be progressive like Vancouver.
And Bisbee.
Well, there's no one really going anywhere in Bisbee. There's no need, but up there.
Well, Doug and I were talking about this because we forget how much we rely on Uber when you go out there. And it was just a short time ago that we did this thing where we waited for someone to have to be dropped off near us that wanted to be picked up. And we were right fucking back into it. Winnipeg had an app that you can download that didn't fucking work. And then, Vancouver, we were just fucking waiting. And then you're doing that thing where like, if I fucking, like Henry Phillips' movie.
Which corner should we stand at? And then there's other people standing at that corner and they're racing to the thing.
Wait, did you just call? Am I sending another cab out there? Did you?
Like
are you on
Belmont? Planes, trains, and automobiles. Right? They're fighting over a fucking
It's your
cab.
clip from Henry Phillips' second movie. That's you. And I'm looking at the thing and I'm thinking, oh man, if they just had an app. Wait a minute. Uber's already doing it. Why don't you just fucking copy Uber's app?
Exactly.
As a fucking cab company.
That's what I'm doing.
But what they do is their technology is when you call them the second time, they say, hey, do you want to go? And they repeat the last place you went. Aren't I there?
Yeah.
This is where you fucking dropped me.
Would you like to go to where you're at? $6.
Fucking terrible.
$6. I'm already there.
So bad.
But it's Canadian.
As much as I love Canada, yeah, I can find something to complain about.
That's not Canada's fault.
No, it's fun to drink
Vancouver's fault.
It's fun to drink with white people, you gotta admit.
Hey, Roseanne Barr. Oh, should we get into that after? Because we're at the 20-minute mark, so we should take a break. Maybe we get into that, and then we get into you guys blowing up fucking shit with heavy explosives. I bailed out. Becker bailed out. Chaille bailed out.
The rest of us did not bail out.
All right, please hold.
Hey, Ogden, Utah, are you hungry for pizza? Pizza! Then you better run your ass down to Pizza Runners, 3017 Harrison Boulevard, right here in North Ogden. Run your motherfucking ass down. We have the best pizza. We have vegetarian pizza. Vegetarian pizza! Pepperoni pizza! Pepperoni! We have every kind of pizza your mother ever warned you about. She warned you. She did warn you. We're open every fucking night at Pizza Runners in North Ogden. You don't want pizza? You're a fucking pussy. Fucking pussy! Why don't you have a meatball grinder? Ask Juanita. She makes them by her fucking self. She's the hot one. Kirsten would recommend the jalapeno cheesesteaks, but what does she know? You want a fucking pizza! It's Saturday night. Let's get out there. Give us a call right now at 801-394-4265. 801-394-4265! And don't even try blocking your fucking number, because we're gonna know that you're a 13-year-old kid ordering these to the neighbor's house, you motherfucker. I know where you live! Pizza Runner, 3017 Harrison Boulevard, North Ogden, waiting for your call now.
We're family friendly.
I like biscuits and mustard. I also like the Doug Stanhope podcast.
A little air first, and then
No, let's fucking go.
what are we doing?
Let's go with fucking explosives.
Okay.
Get on up there, Jonathan. You told
Yeah, go through.
Okay, we're rolling.
All right, here we are. The fucking Beckers and the Jobis and the Jonathons and everyone but me and the Mrs. Becker and the fucking Chailles. You went to do what? You went to fucking explode things. You're a fucking Brit that just got acclimated to guns in America. You came here to work some fucking horrible international banker shit up in Silicon Valley, and now you're loaded with guns and explosives.
Yeah, so one of the great things about your fantastic country is not only can you get bored and just decide to go and buy a gun, but you can also get things which Jobi introduced me to because he's a bit of a redneck, which are exploding targets, which basically means that you can just get on the internet and have 60 pounds of high explosive delivered to your door. And then you mix those up, take them down the range, and they make quite a pop, don't they, Matt?
They were quite impressive.
Did you guys take some video or anything?
Yeah, we have
Okay.
some video.
Great.
And I will tell you, the first one we did was a kind of a smoke bomb, and we realized we probably didn't mix it right. And then the second we did, that got us back in the
Jesus,
groove
Jack.
of I wonder if Douglas is going to call the cops.
So you get an A part and a B part, and you mix the components,
Yeah, binary explosives.
and then put it out there
Yeah, in a little
and run
a
fast.
Ziploc bag. No, it doesn't blow up until it needs a bullet to go in it.
All right.
So, yeah, and so the big ones, they were like £5, and by God, they went off. But you need a pretty quick bullet, so we were using Jobi's sort of Kalashnikov.
As opposed to the slow bullets.
No, but I mean, like the
Well, there is
bigger
a
ones,
big
you
difference.
have to have a high velocity bullet to set it off. So you don't have to worry
So
about
what's-
it blowing up while you're walking it out there. But
That's what I'd be afraid of.
well, I'll tell you what, when it went off the first time we went, that's a pretty damn good explosive considering a mailman delivered it. I mean, that was on your porch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the FedEx just left it there, 60 pounds of high explosives. But I was wondering whether the FBI had turned up because some foreigners just ordered 60 pounds of high
But no,
explosives.
does that bother
Should
anyone that you
red flag something?
I
Do you
can't, I
think?
can't
don't
believe
know.
you could get a gun, and then you get explosives in the mail, and then you're fleeing like they're looking for you.
It's the gateway. The
Oh,
gun
yeah.
was the gateway to the explosives.
He comes to Bisbee how long ago? 8 months?
10 months ago.
10 months ago, he comes here to get rid of his fucking London athlete's foot, which is uncurable, but luckily it's cured because it's dry here. And then he's buying guns and explosives. I've lived here my whole life. I was in Alaska where we kill beavers with dynamite. And all of a sudden you're topping me.
Beavers were asking for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we've been planning it with Jobi for a few weeks. I'd ordered these targets, and like I said, I'm just coming to the end of my 10-month vacation in Bisbee. So it's a bit of a sort of leaving shooting party, and
There was a
good
little
fun.
tear like an Indian running down his eye. He's like, this is so much fun. I go, enjoy Silicon Valley.
Yeah, so back to the Bay Area, which is god awful.
Iron Eyes Jonathan.
But yeah, exploding targets, fantastic fun.
So that range, I've never been out there, but that's isn't that where we shot the thing, or Bingo shot the watermelons, Doug?
Oh, this is something that I would get into, but it would go in a bad direction. When Brendan Walsh, fresh off of his mental breakdown, was out there shooting things with Jobi and screaming horrifically inappropriate things as he shot giant cans of nacho cheese sauce, which made the people in the shooting range next to us. The shooting range here is just outdoor desert. It like campsites with nothing except for things other people shot.
It's a mountain
There's
behind
destroyed
it, yeah.
TVs. And
Yeah.
it's just.
I thought it was organized. Like, I didn't bring beer because I go, oh, the people running it will probably not let it. We get there. It's a free for fucking all.
You're running it.
I have no beer. I'm like, why did I bring beer? They're like, I don't know why you didn't. It's fucking lawless. There's no rules.
The end of the boardwalk in
I don't know why I
Deadwood.
went to the dump. I could have taken my water heater to there. Just shot the shit out of it. Said, not mine.
See, it's targets.
Yeah.
We were sort of expecting the police to turn up because they were loud.
The loud,
guns.
yeah.
And they didn't, but as we were planning, we thought, well, if the police turn up or the sheriffs, we know what it's like here. It's just, yeah, we've got some exploding targets. Do you want to go?
Yeah. And they would be like, okay.
Problem solved.
All right. Don't do it again.
That's where a couple months ago. That's where
Until it's
someone
my turn.
someone was shooting cows out there, and then there was a little heat on the area. So you're right to kind of take a measured step. Don't blow off the biggest one first, right?
Yeah. No, it was a lot louder. we have to admit than we
I've
expected.
gone out with Jobi. Like, my niece used to come out, and we'd take her out when she was like 15 or something and let her shoot guns and drive a car. I was trying to be that good abusive uncle. And so, yeah, she'd go out there, and I would always hide in the car because I'd hear the ricochets off the back rocks. And I go, I'm going to hide in the back seat of the fucking Suburban. No, I don't like the explosions. I'm not a fan. Unless I'm drunk.
No, and that was my problem. I'm like, do you want to shoot? And I go, no, I'm sober. You don't shoot a gun when you're sober. What am I, in a convenience store?
I got nothing else, but we got to mention Chad Shank t-shirts.
Yeah.
Chad Shank t-shirts are finally for sale. Chad Shank Diplomat t-shirts. Go to, where do they go? DougStanhope.com merch page. And
it's DougStanhope.com/store. But it's on just go to the website and you can find it.
Figure it out.
We also have the beard one with the definition.
Are we
on
announcing the no.
What?
Let's announce it. Fuck
Do it.
All right. Pop-Up Vodka presents. Now you can get hard copies of that because all of you fucking weirdos with your vinyl. Hey, I'm going to do this on vinyl. You know what? We're going to fucking cut in front of you in line, and we have only 500 copies on VHS. That's the only hard copy you're going to get is VHS. Or don't. I don't give a shit. It's funny to me, and if it's not funny to you, don't buy it. Eat a cock. Get your limited edition Pop-Up Vodka presents.
That clip. Just the clip.
And it's just the 20-minute chunk of Pop-Up Vodka presents. Because we already put this out on Vimeo, I guess. I don't know how shit works. You know me.
For download.
Yeah. So it's only the 20-minute chunk. Not that you have a VHS player, but if you do, I don't want to hear your cunty remarks. Oh, it's not the full hour. It's just the 20 minutes of Pop-Up Vodka presents. Well, the whole point is we're trying to get them to sue us. And if they do, I don't want you to lose the other two really good bits that are China and Bingo at Canadian Customs, which I was very afraid. That's why we didn't do Halifax in Canada, because that whole bit is now out on the internet where I'm mocking the customs people in Halifax who probably caught wind of the fact it's a small place. You make fun of a fucking small group of...
If I lived in Halifax, I would Google Halifax on a regular basis.
Someone has a friend that works Halifax Customs where I did mock them to a very serious degree. Why are you checking my bag for drugs when you should be checking my nose? There's a whole lot of cocaine still stuck in my egregious nose hairs, but you didn't check my nose, you checked my bag. It goes on and on. But, yeah, that's why we did not play Halifax this time.
And another example of a bit you won't hear on the VHS tape. We're doing the ad for the VHS tape still.
Yeah, so, yeah, there's only 500. They're signed, and there's no more.
They're hand-signed.
Yeah, as opposed to...
The best kind of signing. By your hand.
So no Betamax.
No, we're going to try. We just don't know where to get them copied. This took long enough just to get these copied. There's only one person in the country. The guys from Black Pussy actually hooked me up with the guy in Iowa that does these. And there was a 2-month break because he was trying to find the tapes, and then he had to go to spring break. So we had to wait.
Older gentleman, is he?
Yeah. So it's been a while, but yeah.
This is not Fame. The Audible version, where we did it just like the first book, Digging Up Mother, where there's a whole lot of Becker and Chaille and
Brendan Walsh
and Andy Andrist all chiming in with their bonus footage of stories that I wrote in the book, the parts I didn't remember. So get that. And Bingos will be coming out soon on Audible as soon as Chaille relaxes enough and he can figure out the paperwork. So, yeah, that's a fucking podcast. I got to go to the UK. Please see me there because I probably won't be back. Everyone says, I want to see you before you die. And you go, why don't you see me before I quit? Because I think that's going to happen way sooner than the dead thing. I'm just done with it.
Hey, let's do that. The Winnipeg where you do a rant on stage the night they lost.
Oh yeah. Now play that. Yeah, play that Winnipeg ranting about. It's probably not funny now. It seemed funny at the time.
Well, we could burn it because you never. I mean,
yeah, it's not. Yeah. It's not keeper material. So fuck it. Play that. Play that on the way out, Chaille. Jonathan, we can't wait to see you back. Matt Becker, I'm sorry that you were being forced to. I was trying to make up something funny. I had nothing.
Give him a plug. Near the Wild podcast. We're going to do the unboxing.
Yeah, we're doing the unboxing.
I've never been invited to that podcast.
Well, once you're funnier, you'll get on.
Yeah, keep trying. We got Matt Burgoon tomorrow, I think.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out how to get some kind of bonus thing on the Doug Stanhope Celebrity Death Pool since it took off the Me Too thing. People are going, why don't you have a Me Too Who's Next thing? And I always assumed it was over. And it just keeps fucking going. So we're trying to figure out how to get on the Doug Stanhope Celebrity Death Pool. And we're going to try to have some kind of weird, like
an exotic bet. Like on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, just pick who do you think is next? Because I got 3 people.
Yeah, we had talked about maybe like giving a T-shirt away or something. You know, if you get a some kind of diddler. But yeah, George W. Bush, H.W. Bush is going to die soon, and he smacked a bunch of chicks on the ass.
Yeah, if you get a fucking Me Too and a death at the same time. But there's a way to do this, but I don't have time. I'm home for fucking 2 days to unpack, do laundry, repack, go to the UK, and then I retire from comedy forever. This time, I mean it. Seriously. Except for that King of Thailand.
Hey, you bought a new scooter.
Hey, don't fucking bring up what I did drunk. Play the clip.
Sorry, I looked up some reviews of this club. I know I've been here, but I was bored. I looked up some reviews. And of course, I only look at the 1-star reviews. And someone said, you have to crane your neck. And I just saw you craning your neck, so I'll lean in for you at the long tables. I'm as shook up as anyone about the Winnipeg Jets. Why can't we win anything in this fucking city? Why not us? One fucking time? What does Vegas even need? They don't care. Oh, hey, the Golden Knights, they're going to the fucking championship. And the guy's sitting there with his face in a fucking beautifully shaved beaver in a VIP room going, oh, that's a good thing. What do we have? Overgrown beavers and fucking terrible winters. Why did I ever move here for a day? There's no God. There's no Jesus Christ. That's all we have. There's the Winnipeg Jets and filth. Tumbleweeds and shit. They have everything. Yeah, we're gonna build a fake pyramid hotel here.